Hello everyone. In today's videos, we will be discussing the top 5 best drones for every budget available on the market. The list has been curated based on features, prices, quality, durability, and the reputation of the manufacturers. If you are looking for an affordable and reliable best drones for every budget, this video will guide you through some great options. Number 1. DJI Mini 2. The Mavic Air 2S has great collision avoidance tech, but it's pricey. Even the new Mini 3 Pro is $750. For a more affordable option, DJI's Mini 2, 8/10 wired recommends, is the way to go. It flies nearly as well as its larger siblings, though wind gusts that wouldn't faze bigger drones like the Mavic 2 Pro will ground the Mini. The lack of collision avoidance sensors makes it a better choice for more experienced flyers. Despite those caveats, the Mini 2 is still a great entry-level drone. It's fun to fly, shoots 4K video, and packs up smaller than many smartphones. That last bit is key, because the best drone is the one you actually bring with you. At a mere 249 grams, it's easy to take the Mini 2 everywhere, and you don't need to register it with the Federal Aviation Administration. Number 2. DJI Mini 4 Pro. It might be an incremental upgrade over our previous favorite ultralight drone, the DJI Mini 3 Pro, but the Mini 4 Pro, 8/10 wired recommends, cements DJI's position as undisputed champion of the sort of sub-250 gram flyers that can fit on your palm. The Mini 4 Pro employs the same 1.348 MP sensor as its predecessor, but gives its image processing software a notable bump. It matches the Mini 3 Pro's 4K/60 FPS performance, but can now capture slow motion 4K at 100 FPS and record in 10-bit D-Log-M for greater post-production color grading freedom. That said, both its photos and video look fine straight from the camera, and the new night mode vastly improves the low-light video quality. It's not just the camera performance that's been boosted. The obstacle avoidance system now points sensors in every direction to prevent the drone from careening into trees, walls, power poles, and other potential hazards. Add that to the generous 34 minutes of battery life and DJI's always simple flight controls and software, and you've got a refreshingly chilled out flight experience, making the Mini 4 Pro ideal for beginners and experienced pilots alike. Sam Kieldson. Number 3. Evo Lite Plus. If you want to stay aloft as long as possible, the Evo Lite Plus, 7/10 wired recommends, is your best bet. Its massive battery manages a 40-minute flight time, and the extra weight makes it more stable in wind, though slightly more sluggish, but not terribly so. The Evo Lite Plus has a fantastic camera with variable aperture controls, a 1-inch sensor, and night mode for capturing better low-light images. The controller looks like an Xbox controller, which is fine, but it lacks any storage space for the removable joysticks like you get with DJI drones. Still, it's perfectly functional, and Ortl's app will be familiar to anyone who has used a DJI drone. Number 4. Rise Tello. Designed in collaboration with DJI, the Tello is just 100 by 100 mm in size and 80 grams in weight, and is constructed from fairly low-grade plastic. But it's the only toy drone we've used that doesn't feel like a piece of dropship junk just begging to be thrown away. Granted, it's a little pricier than most of its peers, but its solid controls, decent flight range of about 50 to 100 meters, around 160 feet, and 13-minute battery life make it ideal for learning the basics of drone flight. It even has a 5MP/720p electronically stabilized camera aboard for some basic aerial imaging practice. Do be warned, though, that gusts of wind are not the Tello's friend. Fly it on a blustery day and you may end up losing it altogether. Number 5. Hanvan Go-Go Bird. I confess, I first thought the Go-Go Bird would be terrible. It looks like a cheap plastic kite with a tiny motor. It is a flapping kite with a tiny motor, but it's also pretty great. It's possibly the most fun you're going to have with a $60 drone. It can be tricky to fly at first. The controller is small and one-handed, which takes some time to master. But once you get the hang of it, your flapping wannabe bird is surprisingly maneuverable. The biggest downside is the tiny battery, which lasts for about 8 to 10 minutes of flying time. The Go-Go bird comes with extra batteries, but changing them is harder than it should be. That's my only real quibble, which is surprising. Even more impressive is how it has held my kids' attention for more than 6 months now, and that alone makes it well worth the price.